Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. Here's a recap of our top stories from the week. A Hazleton family is turning to the community for help after losing nearly everything in a fire Tuesday night. A GoFundMe has been launched for the family of Zachary Zamora, raising more than $3,000 so far. Their home was one of the three destroyed in the blaze on South Wyoming Street. Two other nearby buildings also suffered heavy damage. The fire broke out around 11:30 p.m. Tuesday, sending 3 people to the hospital and displacing a total of 14 residents. The family is now asking for help with essentials like clothing, toiletries, and other needs as they work to recover. The GoFundMe can be found at www.gofundme.com/f/Nikari-Zamora-family. Hazleton City Police were called to the 110 block of South Pine Tree Road for a domestic dispute Sunday night and arrested this man, Jose Ortiz. The victim explained to police that during an argument with their husband, Ortiz allegedly turned on a gas stove and left the house with people still inside. Officers quickly located the source of the gas and turned it off before evacuating the home and calling the Hazleton City Fire Department. Ortiz was found in the backyard and taken into custody. He is charged with criminal attempt and causing or risking catastrophe. A judge denied bail, and he is currently in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. We now know the names of the 2 victims in Saturday's shooting at the Hilltop Apartments in Hazleton. Police were called to the Hilltop Apartments just after 5:00 p.m. for reports of a gunshot victim. When officers arrived, they found 2 people shot. Vanessa Big Car was pronounced dead at the scene, and her boyfriend Patrick Hurst was taken to the hospital, where he remains in critical condition. Hazleton City Police have also released the name of the shooter, Miguel Lara, who lived in the apartment below Big Car. Lara had been found by officers in his apartment with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Investigators say this was an isolated incident, and there is no ongoing threat to the community. As Pennsylvania's archery season kicks off October 4th, wildlife officials are warning hunters about epizootic hemorrhagic disease, or EHD. The disease, spread to deer by insects known as midges, tends to surface in late summer and lingers until the first-hand frost. Here in Pennsylvania, confirmed cases have been found in several northwestern counties, with additional reports under investigation in other regions. Wildlife experts say members of the public play a crucial role by reporting sick or dead deer, especially if several are found in one area. Signs of infection include swelling of the face and neck, weakness, loss of appetite, fever, and trouble breathing. While some deer survive, they can suffer long-term issues like cracked or overgrown hooves. There is currently no treatment for EHD, but local populations often rebound within a few years. The regular archery season for deer runs through late November. The Pennsylvania State Police has issued a death investigation. At around 7:30 a.m. this morning, the State Police of Bloomsburg was dispatched to a home in Pine Township, Columbia County, for a report of an unresponsive man. During the investigation, the man, partly identified as a 17-year-old, was found dead. In collaboration with the Columbia County DA's office, the Troop N Major Case Team is helping handle the situation. The incident is currently seen as isolated, so there is no threat to the public. Coming up on Wyln News, we check in with PA State Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's Weekly Update. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Lehigh in Part 4. And stay right here on Wyln. We'll be right back.
Wyln News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton's emergency room team. Your experts in any emergency. When emergencies happen, minutes and expertise count. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is now part of Jefferson Health.
My name is Victoria and I'm 7 years old. Tomorrow the weather will be sunny.
We want your child to be our Wyln weather kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your weather kid video today.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
Hi, welcome to Watro's Weekly Update. I'm your host today, Preston Andrus, and here with me... Where's Watro? He's busy today, so yeah, there's been a lot regarding 9/11 ceremonies, and of course, the Senior Expo at Laurel Mall. From what I heard, that has been a smooth success. So I'm gonna take you on a little journey, and we'll see how he's been, along with other colleagues of ours. So here we are, the Senior Expo. See you next time on Watro's Weekly Update.
This is a great event. We have 76 vendors servicing our veterans, ranging from glucose testing, blood pressure testing, to bone density testing, to cholesterol testing. So many great services here. We decided that it's important to make sure our senior citizen knows what's available to them. Let's face it, I have a hard time navigating the computer system sometimes, and I'm sure our seniors have the very same problem. So we decided here 3 years ago, and I say we because it's the staff, myself, working very hard to bring services to our seniors, let them know what's available to them.
Watro also brought up the vast importance of making an event for senior health available.
This is so important because a lot of our senior citizens don't have the resources to pay for it, their glucose testing, to pay for their cholesterol testing. These testings are done for free. Right here, we're hosting it right in the Laurel Mall in the Hazleton area. Thank you.
We are always happy to support Representative Dane Watro's Health Expo here at the Laurel Mall. And today we are providing really great information about stroke awareness, also about our Vital Choice program. And H&L Labs is also here doing cholesterol screenings, which you can get your results in 5 minutes. So it's been a great day. It's wonderful because I get to see so many of our Vital Choice members and other people in the community that maybe I haven't seen. I connect with a lot of our partners in the community. So it is a great thing that Representative Dane Watro is doing for our community.
So our biggest program that we offer is the St. Joseph's Food Pantry. So once a month, you're able to come and get food assistance. We have non-perishable. We have fresh produce. So helping the elderly when they're on Social Security and money might be tight, they're able to visit our location and we can help them out with food. We also have our Relief Assistance Program, which is a small program, but it helps with things that fall through the cracks. So if they're having trouble paying, their electric bill and CEO is unable to help them, they can, reach out to us and maybe we can, help them out with, that sort of thing. We also help with gas cards if they're trying to get to doctor's appointments. And so it's a program, it's a small program. We have it until the funds run out. So if we have funding, we're able to help them, get to doctor's appointments and, things that maybe other organizations are unable to help them with.
And it's very important. If you missed this year's Senior Expo at the Laurel Mall, we host this every September. Like I said, the last 3 years we've been hosting it, and I will definitely be hosting it next September, so be on the lookout.
Hey folks, this is Dr. John. I'm excited that Dr. Russ from Bloomsburg is going to be helping me at the office. When people have concussions, they think of just seeing a neurologist. But Dr. Russ, how could a chiropractor help in a concussion?
Well, if you have had a concussion, whether it be from a fall or auto accident or sports injury, you should seek medical care first.
Yeah.
And get cleared through them. And if you have ongoing symptoms, we treat effects of concussion. Concussion is actually a trauma or a bruise to the brain. The brain kind of floats in the skull in cerebral spinal fluid, and if you have a sudden impact to the head or shoulders, it can force the brain against the skull and cause a bruising. That can also cause pain, discomfort, weakness into the shoulders, arms, and upper extremities. So those are things that we can and oftentimes do treat.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Guys, do you realize what we're doing this season? Yeah. We've got the best deals. We've got the lowest price guarantees. We got enough inventory for everyone in Hazleton. And the season starts, and it's starting right now.
Yeah! The lowest price guarantee.
Yeah. Ow! Remember this, Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton GMC. We have the...
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
My name is Victoria and I'm 7 years old. Tomorrow the weather will be sunny.
the outbreak of World War II, many of Lehighton's sons volunteered for service against the forces of fascism. One of these volunteers was Clarence Smoyer. Originally born in Perryville in 1923, Smoyer would join the 32nd Regiment of the 3rd Armored Division, where he served as a gunner on the M26 Pershing tank, dubbed the Eagle 7 by its crew. The team would have its moment on March 6, 1945, when it entered the city of Cologne, which had earned the reputation of being Hitler's fortress city during the Allies' final push into Germany. "Gentlemen, I give you Cologne! Let's knock the hell out of it!" the unit's commander declared before the battle. And with memories of the comrades that had been killed in combat across Europe on their minds after they entered Germany, Smoyer and his brothers in arms were prepared to do just that. Once inside the city, the Eagle 7 would meet up with a dreaded German Panther tank in front of the Cologne Cathedral. Known as the Monster, the Panther had guns powerful enough to send a shell through multiple opposing tanks. This one had harassed any American troops it saw, but Smoyer's crew decided to take it on. They drove close enough to the Panther to be muzzle to muzzle with it, and in a 45-second encounter that was memorably caught on film, Smoyer fired 3 shots into the Panther that left it in flames. He would gain the title Hero of Cologne for his actions in destroying the powerful enemy tank. Before the encounter with the Panther, however, he had also fired at what he thought was a German army staff car driving through the battle zone into his tank's path. In the heat of combat, he thought he might have hit a woman in the car fatally, but dismissed it, if so, as likely a secretary or mistress of a German general. Decades later, after a civilian career that included a 40-year tenure with Wyln in Bethlehem, Smoyer finally got around to watching the footage of the battle in the cathedral. What he saw horrified him to the core. It had been a woman in the car, subsequently identified as Katharina Esser, and she was in fact merely a civilian that had been trying to flee the battle in the city. His possible culpability in her death would continue to haunt Smoyer for several decades afterwards. In 2013, Smoyer, hoping to find some peace of mind, reached out to Gustav Schaefer, who had been a gunner in another Panther tank in Cologne during the battle. The two were able to bury the wounds of war in the encounter, with Schaefer admitting he too had fired into Esser's car when he had also seen it. The two would remain friends afterwards. A few years after that, Clarence Smoyer would become the subject of the best-selling book Spearhead. In his last years, he would receive the Bronze Star for his wartime service. He died in 2022 at age 99. Lehighton's veterans would see the drive-in wave that was sweeping the nation in the late 40s reach their area after they returned from the war. The Mahoning Drive-In was built in 1948 and opened in 1949, featuring a 120-foot screen. While many drive-ins have come and gone over the intervening decades, the Mahoning has proved itself to be a survivor. And to those who visit it, a trip back to the past, one of the few surviving drive-ins to play movies off its original projectors on 35mm film. By the 1950s, Lehighton would also get a taste of the future of the automobile when the Mahoning Valley interchange of the Pennsylvania Turnpike's northeast extension opened to traffic in 1957, allowing Lehighton residents quick access to the Philadelphia to the south and Scranton to the north. As the decades progressed, rock and roll took off, and a local boy got a chance to play with one of the all-time greats. Denny Sywell had been born in Lehighton in 1943 and started playing the drums at age 5. He had joined the Navy after graduating high school and performed in the Navy Jazz Band. After service, he went to Chicago, where he was tutored by ace drummer Roy Knapp. From there, it was on to New York City for Sywell and a job at the Half Note Jazz Club. It was there in New York where he would draw the attention of Paul McCartney, who was looking for musicians for a new band following the end of the Beatles. Liking what he heard, McCartney recruited Sywell as the drummer for his album Ram, and then afterwards invited him to be a charter member in Wings. Sywell would be the band's drummer for its first 2 albums, Wildlife and Red Rose Speedway, as well as in the group's theme song to the James Bond film Live and Let Die. He would leave Wings in August 1973 due to pay disputes, although he remained in good terms with McCartney. Sywell would go on to drum for many other major stars in the year that follows, including Art Garfunkel, Donovan, James Brown, and Billy Joel. The 70s would see the rise of a shift in retail, with businesses moving out of downtowns into malls and shopping centers. The Lehighton area would experience this shift as well, with the opening of the Carbon Plaza Mall on Route 443 just west of town in 1972. Its original anchors were a Lane Co. food store and a W.T. Grant department store. After the Grant's chain declared bankruptcy in 1976, J.C. Bright's department store moved its downtown Lehighton location into the former Grant space, merging it with the chain's flagship Lansford store. Bright's would close in 1995, ending over a century of service to Carbon County. Its space in the mall is currently operated by a Big Lot store and the Mahoning Valley Cinema. Other businesses have come and gone in the mall over the years as time has marched on, but it remains as a bastion of commerce for the Lehighton area and beyond.
7 years old. Tomorrow the weather will be sunny.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
PPW High Voltage is back. Join us for all the hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action that only PPW Wrestling can bring you. Join us each and every week as we bring you the action from the Slatington Expo Center, Saturdays at 4:30, Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN. PPW Wrestling, the best in independent wrestling.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.